So, you're the commander of Deep Space Nine, and the emissary to the prophets, decorated combat officer, widower, father, mentor, and oh yes, the man who started the war with the Dominion.
Benjamin Sisko has probably seen more action than any other captain in the history of Starfleet. Between the Maquis, the Dominion Wars, the Klingon War, Benjamin Sisko and the crew of DS9 have definitely seen a lot of combat, and Benjamin Sisko has been recognized as one of the most decorated officers in the history of Starfleet.
In 25 years of duty, I have never been taken off an assignment until now.
25 years of service and never being removed from any assignment is a damn good record. It's something to definitely be proud of. But the question that needs to be asked here is, his first assignment when he was assigned to DS9, did he complete it? Or did he some way, somehow fail in it? Normally, I have issues with Screen Rant and their articles, especially about Sisko. But in this particular case, they do have an interesting point to make. Now, I don't agree with it, but at the same time, it's still a valid question that they're asking. Well, it's not a question, but they do point this out. Captain Sisko failed in his original Star Trek DS9 mission, and it still hasn't happened after 26 years. Starfleet Command sent Captain Sisko to Deep Space Nine with the eventual goal of bringing Bajor into the Federation. In that regard, Captain Sisko was a complete failure. At the start of Deep Space Nine, Bajor was just coming out of 50 years of a brutal Cardassian occupation. Well, actually, it was more like 60. Indeed, the actual space station, Deep Space Nine, was wrecked from the Cardassian withdrawal when Commander Sisko arrived. He was supposed to represent the Federation's interest in the reconstruction of Bajor, leading them closer to Federation. Instead, Captain Sisko helped lead Bajor toward liberation.
Ironic. One who does not wish to be among us is to be the emissary.
Yeah, it's true that he didn't want to be there, but I honestly think that it had nothing to do with his assignment at Deep Space Nine or the fact that he had to help the Bajorans get into the Federation. It was because he was in so much pain and he still hadn't learned how to deal with the grief of his wife's death. Apparently, at the beginning and during the making of the show, the writers decided that Bajor staying out of the Federation was going to be a very important part of the series. An article from CBR would explain why Bajor never joined the Federation on Star Trek Deep Space Nine. After 7 seasons of heavily serialized storytelling, the series finally had to wrap up a lot of things. But here told Altman and Gross that the one thing I wanted was not to have Bajor join the Federation, despite that being Sisko's mission. Instead, Sisko fulfilled his duty as the emissary to Bajor, a higher calling than an economic and military alliance.
Locusts! They'll destroy Bajor unless it stands alone.
Ben, what the hell are you talking about?
It's too soon! Bajor must not join the Federation. If it does, it will be destroyed!
When I said that Bajor should wait before it joins the Federation, I have never felt so certain about anything in my life. But it's not over. One day Bajor will join the Federation. That I'm sure of.
So at this point, I think I'm going to disagree with Screen Rant. Sisko didn't fail. The prophets sent Sisko. They knew what was going to happen. They saw what Sisko was going to do, and time is what was needed here. Bajor was not ready for the Federation. A lot of their past needed to be cleared up, especially when it came to the Parraves. Sisko did not fail. He set the groundwork for their entry into the Federation. So, I would love to know what all of you think about this. Do you think Screen Rant is right? Sisko failed in his mission? Do you think that he didn't fail, that he, as I said, set the groundwork for their entry in? It took time, but they did eventually get into the Federation and became a major player. Please drop those comments below and let me know what you think. And until the next time, my friends, God bless.